So the very first thing to do when you're taking notes in online classes is to read the material that is going to be taught in the class beforehand. This way you'll not only have an idea of what topics they're going to be covered, but you'll also be able to focus more during your class and hence be able to learn more and efficiently. You don't need to do a thorough reading, just an overview of the topics that are going to be covered and chapters that your teacher is going to be teaching in the class. So you can just look at the pointers and take an overview of how the things are going to be. The next step is to have your notebook. Now any notebook would work, of course, but I suggest having one notebook for each subject. So make sure that all the notes that you're taking for each subject is in one place. You can divide one notebook into separate sections for different subjects, or you can take up different notebooks. It is totally up to you, but make sure that all of your notes are compiled into one notebook rather than pages that will eventually fly away and get lost. Now the next step that I do is to divide my notebook or my page into like 3 sections, as you can see right here on the screen. So there's one section which consists of the past year questions and the questions that your teacher will be telling you. The second part is the subheading and subtopics, which is basically the body of the notes. And the third one are the important points from teachers or any important notes that are worth noting down. Ever since the pandemic started, we have been noticing a lot of changes in our education policies. So if you are studying in CBSE class 10th or 12th, you must know that CBSE recently announced that the board exams will be held in 2 parts. The first part, that is the term 1, will be held in November-December and will be through MCQ of 40 marks. This is quite a recent change and there aren't many mock series available yet to attempt this. But don't stress out, because Unacademy has got you covered. Unacademy has brought all India mock tests for class 10th and class 12th. The mock tests start from September 11th for class 10th and class 12th. Timings for the test will be 5 p.m. onwards, and the subjects that will be covered will be maths and science for class 10th and physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics for class 12th. The things that I like about this test is that it is made according to the latest CBSE pattern, and you'll get an all India rank and detailed scorecard after every live test. You'll also get a detailed performance report which will let you know your strengths and weaknesses. So learners, you'll not get a better chance to practice for your term 1 exams. Go to the link in my description box below and sign up for the mock test for free by using my code SA1. You can also use my code SA1 to get 10% off of any Unacademy subscription. Thank you so much to Unacademy for sponsoring this video, and let's move ahead. Now the next step is to basically write it down. So choosing a right pen is obviously important. Personally, I like these Micron pens a lot and this has literally changed my life, but you can use any pen that you want. So start out by writing the heading first and then the subheading for the topic. So basically my heading was stages of marketing and the first subheading was the production stage. And after you have done that, you should switch to a different colored pen. So I wrote the heading with the black pen and then I wrote the body or the important keywords with another pen, which was the blue pen. So you can do it like this. It's very efficient and it really does work. Also, you can use like a different pen for the important terms, like I wrote improvement right here with a black pen, and you can also highlight it if you would like to do the extra step if you have the time. But I know during online classes or even during classes, taking notes is hard and you need to be like speeding up because the teacher does not wait for you. So you may just maintain the speed and you should be good to go. The next step is to write the questions. So I wrote the questions that my teacher told me or that I thought were important or previous or past year questions, and these can be very helpful. The next one is to write the notes. So basically if your teacher tells something important that's noteworthy, just write it down and it's definitely going to help you. Instead of scribbling throughout your textbook while your teacher is saying something, just write it down in your notes and you should be good to go. The next step is to use abbreviations for speed. Basically you don't have to write the whole thing, for example and etc., but just write short forms. You can make a short form for government and even marketing if you want to, like just make short words. Just remember that what word stands for what and you should be good to go. Now the next tip is a really important one, because I've seen so many YouTubers just decorate their notes and making like aesthetic notes. To be honest and to be realistic, during classes that is not possible, and if you really do that, you're going to miss out on so much important stuff and you're just basically going to miss the lecture. So what you can do is you can decorate your notes after the class. So once your class is done, you can go home, you can look at the notes and you can decorate them however you want to. But during class, I do not suggest using too much of like colorful things, but just writing down the important points. Really, being minimalistic is the key here, and it's going to help you in the long run. Now the next tip is to use ruled notebooks instead of blank ones. So when you write on blank notebooks, what happens is that you don't go in a straight line, but instead your sentence just like slants down or slants up. It's very weird, but it doesn't stay in the same line. So what you can do is you can use ruled notebooks. They are so helpful. It's going to save your time and you're going to be thankful to me. Now the last step is to use sticky notes for diagrams and flowcharts later. So it's hard to just draw the diagrams during your class. So what you can do, if you're in online classes, you can just definitely take screenshots of the diagram and draw it later on. Or if you're in college, you can just take your phone out and just click a picture. I don't know if your college allows that or not. I know school doesn't allow phones, but many colleges do. So you can change it according to however you want. So basically, just do not draw the diagram very neatly during the class because you're going to miss out. So what you can do is you can either draw a rough diagram at the back of the notebook, or you can like take a sticky note and draw it later on, like how I did. So I drew this flow chart and just stuck it on top of my notes. So it's going to be in the place that it needs to be, and it's not going to cover up much space, and I don't even have to leave space for it. I can just put it on top later on, which is so helpful, and it's going to save you a ton of time. Very efficient. That is all for this video, guys. I really hope you all like it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my study channel, Sam Study Session. Follow its Instagram too. It will be linked in the description and right here on the screen. So that's all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video now. Bye.